Okay, everything should be working and ready and everything's cool. Where is Froakie? Nowhere, apparently. There he is. Firefrost, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I read YouTube comments if you want to just go to the YouTube live stream. But I'm doing good. What about you? Your eye is irritated? I get that sometimes. It's definitely not fun when that happens. Should clear soon, I hope. Yeah, I hope so too. You don't have the patience to shiny hunt, but you still got some through normal gameplay, I'm guessing. Truth be told, in this game, there's not a whole lot of patience for shiny hunting in this game. You don't remember which ones, though? That is fair. Especially if they're not Pokemon that you really care for. I'll get my Switch in check. Please do. You have a shiny Excadrill? That's a cool one, man. I want that one. I mean, I'll trade it to you if you want. No. I gotta get it myself. But that is cool of you to offer. I'll say that. You have a shiny Gyarados too and gave it the Mega Stone? That's sick. That's something I also need to go after. But I'm too busy with these Shiny Alpha starters. And the DLC will be coming out soon, so this hunt will be put on hold for a bit. Hey Pixel, welcome to the stream. You showed up just in time for a shiny check, actually. No Froakie. But we still got the Phalanx, Medichams, the Flaffy over there. I'm doing alright today, Pixel. What about you? You got a Go-Goat as well, Firefrost? That's sick. I've gotten a few Go-Goats, and they're pretty cool. The Bellsprouts and the Bunnelby. And then if I remember correctly, there should be a Pidgeotto, a Venipede, and a Doggo over here, right? There's a Venipede. Decided to switch from Zone 20 to Zone 1 for farming. Okay. Sick of the Garbodor shiny? I understand that. Ooh, Pidgeotto got overwritten at some point. But Doggo's still there. We always say hi to Doggo. There it is. Hi, Doggo. Okay. Hopefully I get the Shiny Alpha Fennekin while Doggo is still in the picture. Because I would love to catch Doggo at this point. And that is one Pokemon I will absolutely nickname. Because I basically already have. You know what? I'm gonna go catch him now. Or not. Because day-night cycle. How long normally for Pichu? I'm not sure. I've never tried to shiny hunt the Pichu. I will say that there's a different... You could do a bench method somewhere nearby. But I also remember that you said you don't like to use bench method, right? Yeah, you run. I don't know how long that's going to take then. That could take a while. Okay, Doggo, you are quick ball if I've ever seen it. Oh, I think that was female, though. That was female. Okay, so you're not Doggo, you're Dogga. Dogga. There we go. I'm pretty sure that is the only nicknamed Pokemon I have at the moment. And probably for the rest of the game. I guess I will have a lot of Scatterbug. Yes, you probably will have a ton of Scatterbug. With that being said, you'll also probably get Mareeps, and Mareeps are always cool. You might also be able to get the Shiny Alpha Pidgey up there. You got a Shiny Trubbish when you went to go check Pichu once? That's cool. You have a lot of shinies. How long have you been doing this? Uh, how long have I been shiny hunting in VA in general? I've been shiny hunting since the game came out. When I first played through the game, I did a shiny badge quest. Or I guess this game's equivalent of doing so. Which, if you don't know, means that after I ranked up, I needed to catch a shiny Pokemon in order to progress. And then I've been doing this, trying to get Shiny Alpha starters for, I don't know, going on 2 weeks now. Maybe a little longer than that. Which my first playthrough of this game can be found on my YouTube channel. You finished the game and decided that was enough to write an opinion? And what is your opinion? Not gonna fit here. Okay, fair enough. Then how about I ask, is it more on the positive side or is it more on the negative side? A 2,000 word review. All right, that is some dedication. Oh, did I say 2,000? My bad. Yeah, 20,000 word review. That is definitely crazy. 20,000. Your opinion is generally positive, though not blindly, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, you said you finished the game before making it, so I wouldn't say that's a blind opinion. My opinion is also pretty positive all around. I do have a few little gripes here and there. Like, for example, the targeting system in this game and the whole catching mechanic seems a little janky at times. I feel like they could have just copy and pasted Legends Arceus's catch method, but it works most of the time, so it's fine enough for me. You posted your opinion online at one point, and there's a link on the channel somewhere if you'd want to read it. Okay. In your posts. Okay. Collision box, surfing, jump puzzle is very janky. Yeah, yeah, a little bit. You didn't have a ton of memorable problems with the catching per se, but each to their own. Maybe because I spent so much time shiny hunting and I threw a lot of balls at things that just didn't want to work for some reason. I guess what it really is, or what my concern, I guess, or my problem with it is, I feel like if I should be able to target the Pokemon and zoom in on it, the Pokeball should be able to hit 100% of the time. As long as I don't, like, throw the ball over their head or something. But I've had it happen a few times where I'll target the Pokemon, throw a ball, and it'll just phase through the middle of the mod. And then I just have to sit there and be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll throw another one. Which is fine, I guess, because I have the ball guy again. It just seems like that shouldn't be happening in the first place, though. Ugh, it's an Alpha Froakie, but it's not shiny. Why you gotta do that to me? Is there any immediate alphas? Yes, and the fact that you slightly not reaching it. Yeah, that happens quite a bit as well. Oh, that was weird. Nothing. Could also be that I'm stood on top of things trying to catch, so I don't seem that to be a problem. Fair enough. Okay, I don't think I'm seeing any other shinies in here. A shiny alpha phalanx on the other side or nothing. Yeah, nothing. I do have a problem with that Zygarde fight, though. That was annoying for various reasons. That fight was honestly pretty easy for me. I heard a lot of horror stories, but that did not give me a ton of trouble. I didn't say it was hard, it was annoying. Fair enough. For me, my team was level 109. It was easy peasy. How is your team already level 109? Or did you misclick on 9 and mean to say just level 100 all around? That's probably what it was. Typo, yep. Okay. And that does make sense. I'm pretty sure all of my Pokemon were also at level 100. The last phase doesn't communicate the core enforcer. For it to be plausible, you could survive it. It kind of depends. For me, I guess I had enough game sense to dodge around it. Like that first time he fires it off, I just kind of jumped over the explosion. Like FromSoft roll kind of thing. And then after that first time, I noticed that it was a Z shape and there were gaps. So I just went to the gaps every time after that. Or maybe I didn't do that. Man, I can't remember now. I'm pretty sure I jumped over the first time. But I also might have gone straight to the gaps. I don't remember. I know I noticed the gaps after the first time he fired it. The safe zone is small and there wasn't good indication of where it would be. You knew there would be one, so I looked for it, but the move fired within a second, so I couldn't react fast enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that is fair. Maybe that was just a me problem, but it didn't feel reasonable enough to know where the gaps were unless you'd memorize the positions beforehand, like I wound up doing. I don't know. I mean, in my case, it definitely wasn't too terrible. And it was pretty easy for me to know where he was going to shoot. But I don't know. You'd probably have to look at other people's videos and find out how long it took them to do that kind of thing. There were multiple. I only found one orientated to the left of Zygarde. Yeah, there were two. Because the beam goes in a Z shape, so there were two triangles you could have gone to. But I always went to, if you're looking at Zygarde dead on, I went to the one on the right. Also, I want to mention now that I'm noticing that my internet seems to be dipping quite a bit and I'm dropping frames, so the stream might be a little shorter than I would have liked it to be, because I also don't want to stream and it be ridiculously laggy the entire time. How bad is it? I don't feel it. Okay, cool. As long as there isn't a noticeable lag on your guys' end, that's fine. To be honest, I remembered Arceus. It had checkpoints, but I remembered how hard it was then. The Arceus fight, I do remember giving me some trouble. Specifically, Judgment. I remember I had to learn how to properly time the rolls between judgments, and that tripped me up at first. Because that was also one of the first games I kind of played like that. I think that was the first open world game I really played. So, timing attacks like that was very new to me. I was kind of good at that. I'd been doing it all game, to be fair. Yeah, that is something I did not do. I did not roll the entire game, as far as I remember. I had completely forgotten that the roll function even existed. The moment I learned I could roll, I was flinging myself about constantly. I feel like I probably would have too if I had not forgotten it was a thing. Because that seems like a very funny way to move around the map. But I guess not. In my case, anyway. Ugh, Froakie, come on, man. Don't take as long as Flappy did. Faster than running? Really? Was it? It always felt like diving was so much slower than if I were to just run. And immunity during the action, which was a bonus. Yeah, that is true. Alright, nothing in the immediate vicinity. What is my favorite Pokemon? Mudkip tied with Swampert. 100%. Which is why I will be very upset if they do not put Swampert in the DLC. I need Swampert. Especially because, like, if we look at my team, I have a water, but I don't have any ground coverage. The only ground coverage I have is on Pyroar. And I want my ground coverage to be on a ground mon for stab. I'm really weird about monotypes, so I don't do any monotypes, and I'm weird about Pokemon having coverage moves for some reason. I know it's a good thing to have, but I never did it. And to be frank, my Babaracle is quite disappointing. I mean, maybe it was because he wasn't trained for a while, but it felt like he was not one-shotting anything and just dying to everything else. So he didn't seem super useful. It depends on where you rolled. Certain areas worked better with rolling. Fair enough. Swampert as a Mega, so it's likely to appear in the DLC. I sure hope so. At at this point, they should just add all of the Megas that they didn't add yet. It's Mega Dimension. It's literally called Mega Dimension, so I can't imagine you're not going to add back all the Megas you decided not to add back into the game already. The only ones I can see them not returning would be like Mega Rayquaza and the Primal legendaries from Hoenn. I can see them not including those guys, but they better have the Hoenn starters. And whatever Megas they missed. I don't know. Did they miss any other Megas? I hope they give female Pyroar a Mega of her own. That'd be interesting. I don't really know. I'd be curious to see what they would do with it. Let's see. Are there any that I don't know? I mean, maybe my memory is bad, but it kind of seems like all the Megas from past games are here, except for the Hoenn starters and legendaries. I don't know. Just saying, Nintendo, it probably wouldn't be too hard. Just give me my Hoenn starters and we'll be happy. Are we getting Rayquaza? I don't know. But we are getting Zeraora, so we know that they're willing to put past legends in the game. So possibly, hopefully. My only hope is that if they do put put legendaries back in this game, or not back in this game, but add more legendaries to this game, is I hope they add a way to shiny hunt them and don't shiny lock them. I think only Mewtwo and the Latios twins aren't here. True, Mewtwo is in the game now. It came out through a free update kind of thing, which I think you can still claim through Link Play. So yeah, there's Mewtwo, but the Latios twins aren't here. You're right. So they have quite a bit of Mega Legendaries that they still need to add into the game. If they do. I hope they do. At this point, my only hope with the introduction of Lucario Z, if I'm being fully honest, I really don't want to see a Charizard Z. Please don't. Like, if you're gonna do a new Mega Evolution Z on a starter Pokemon, just do Venusaur or Blastoise or any other starter Pokemon for that matter. I don't care which one, just do it. Just don't do Charmander, please. He has enough. No, Charizard really does not. He does not need any more forms. Because, like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna do Dynamax form Charizard, but make it small. I don't know what else they could possibly do for a Charizard Z. You've run out of ideas. I know you have. Just don't do it. Do a different Pokemon. Hell, give Mewtwo a Z Mega Evolution. That'd be sick. Sucks that Kalos starters Megas are locked behind ranked battles. It's an interesting decision, I'll give you that, but it's also very easy. So, as long as you ended up getting the, well, I guess it probably would have been expired by now, but if you can end up getting Nintendo Online at any point in time, you have no money, that'll do it. That'll do it. Can't afford online. Yep, that is fair. Which, while we're on the topic, I will say that gatekeeping your online play behind a paywall, little stupid. Not a smart decision. I mean, business-wise, it's genius, but for a consumer standpoint, that is the dumbest thing a company can do. Venusaur has a lot of possibilities with the leaves. Yeah, for sure. I would love to see another Venusaur form. Another Blastoise form would be sick as well. They have so many opportunities they could do with Mega Z now. Like, just please, please do not do Charizard. Venusaur and Blastoise need so much more love than they get. I want my ninja to be cool. He is cool already, but cooler. Yeah, yeah. The helicopter ninja is pretty cool. And also funny. Mew needs love. It's all about Mew. That is true. We don't get... Oh, well. There's a new shiny, and it's alpha. Of which I have that one and another one in the boxes. So that's going to stay right there. But hey, that's neat. Still not Froakie, unfortunately. But yes, back on Mew. I would love to see a new Mew form. That would be awesome. It's unfortunate that mythical Pokemon get sidelined so... Like, mythical Pokemon are cool. Give us more opportunities to get them. I don't know. How dare you call my ninja funny? It's funny, man. Come on. The ninja is now a helicopter. He's so mobile now. He can fly, probably. He's probably going to in the anime if he ever appears in the anime. Let's be real. I forget which ones are mythical and which are not. It's I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess. Mythicals are usually the tiny guys, the ones that look cuter as well, probably. Like Victini, Mew, Jirachi, Celebi, things of that nature. Just kind of go, seems legendary to me. Yeah, that is fair. Except legendaries are actually obtainable. Love them all the same. Yeah, me too. I'd love them more if they were actually able to be shiny. Some of them are now. But ones that have never been distributed shiny, aka Victini, something needs to be done about that. I want to be able to break into the people's houses and look through their trash, finding an item. See, that's back in the day where Pokemon was actually able to be funny. Now you put that in a video game and people get, parents specifically, get butthurt that their children's video game has breaking and entering in it. I don't get it. Yeah, Victini is victory. Not only were you able to like break into their houses and find items in their trash, but some of them had crazy dialogue too. I mean, they still might in these modern games, but it's definitely not going to be as crazy as past games. Like, bring that stuff back. People loved that. I think you should listen to your player base, not the people that I don't know. I don't know. When you got the apartment quest, you thought you'd be able to explore the house? Yeah, that one was interesting enough as well, though. Finding that rooftop was not fun, though. I'll say that. That rooftop was kind of vague. You mean burglary? Because that thing you took is technically their property? Funny, but the crime should be correctly defined. Fair, yeah. But it's also funny that you can do that in a video game, which is, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be classified as different things in Pokemon. Like, for example, that's kind of slavery. But that's also if you're looking at it at a super serious standpoint and just kind of sapping the fun out of everything, which a lot of parents nowadays are doing. Not even just parents, just people. I did struggle to find the rooftop in that quest. It took me a while. Animal fight clubs are illegal too. Yeah, people still do it though. Like chicken fights, I know about those. Dog fights, I know about those too as well, unfortunately. But again, that's also like it's in Pokemon, sure, and it is the base of Pokemon. But I don't know, I just don't think it's that deep. I don't think people should care so much about such a cartoony game. Franchise even. Took you 5 minutes, most of it was just traveling. Maybe I didn't understand it then. Because I got all the clues and everything, and I went to go look in an area, and it wasn't the area, so I didn't know where to go. I will say that I don't think I saw the ladder that you're supposed to climb on at the start, so I was just kind of wandrous. I was just kind of wandering aimlessly after I didn't find it the first time. Yeah, no, I know you were trying to be funny. And I did find it funny. You're good, Firefrost. I didn't know that Pokemon lore suggests that they're willing to go with you anyway. I mean, it makes more sense. But some of the Pokemon lore is also cool. I don't know if they've been continuing that kind of thing, but like Pokedex entries back in the day were super cool. Like Drifloon. He's a crazy guy. Yeah, he said near the canal. He said it had to be within Lumiose Tower. Uh, he said it had to be within a coffee shop area that had a Pokemon Center next to it, and that it needed to have a rooftop with dining tables. I believe that's what it said. And I had a place in mind immediately, and I went there, and that wasn't the place to go. I think that's what the lore suggests. They can only be caught if they're willing to come with you. That's kind of how they portrayed it in the Pokemon movie, so I wouldn't be surprised. You have a shiny bird as well? Yeah, you'll get a lot of those. Okay, I see that my internet just crashed ridiculously. So, this is definitely my final check of the stream. And, well, okay, before I end, did you guys notice that one? Because my KBS was literally at 0, and my dropped frames went from 150 to 1800. Heard the sound. What sound? Oh, and the image froze? Yeah, so I definitely crashed just now. Now I'm good. Should I keep going? Should I try to push my luck? Oh, you don't have a shiny bird, you have a real bird? Arguably cooler than a shiny bird. Oh, the stream sound furred. And then the lag. Keep going? Okay. I'm gonna push my luck. It seems like the stream got ridiculously more delayed because of that. Stream until the winter wind. Okay. Take your guys' word for it. If I disappear, I'll know why. Fair enough. I'll take it. Your bird has green, yellow with a black head. That sounds like a cool looking bird. What's its name? We are great influences, aren't we? Hey, I mean, I'm streaming for you guys, aren't I? That's what content creation is, so... Bird is called Mango because of the colors. That's a great name. I had a parrot, or I guess I didn't have it. My family had a parrot. I think it was a parrot. It was a bird, one of the bigger ones. And his name was Gus. He was a loud son of a bitch. I couldn't do hunting without a good stream to watch. Fair enough. I don't know if I'd call this stream good, but I'll take the compliment. What I can promise is that as I continue to stream, it will get better. That I can promise. Lovebirds are a form of parrots? Oh, okay. I think this stream is pretty good. Thank you. Dang you, Froakie. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this Froakie's probably gonna take just as long as Fennekin did, if not a little longer. Ow. Well, this Bellsprout got overwritten, so I'm gonna take a look. Thank you, Pixel. I don't shiny hunt, but I could write. If I had the will. Fair enough. Ooh! Shiny Alpha Pidgeotto. Okay, that one I will catch. Okay. Messball looks best, probably. That's becoming a Pidgeot as well, eventually. Don't mind me. Coming through. Ignore me. Ow. I told you guys to ignore me, and you're not doing that. Oh, look at the big old bird. That is awesome. I challenge you to get the Froakie before you get your Pichu. You'll give me a sub. And if you get your Pichu before me, I give you a sub. Okay, you know what? Fine, you're on. I I really hope I end up getting the Pichu then, before you. Turn around for me. Turn around. Turn around. Heck yes. That is one of the cooler phases I've had. But now, there's a challenge on my hands. So I have to, from now on, I will only be checking this Froakie. Does it have to be a Shiny Alpha Froakie, or... Like, to be fair, you said get Froakie. You didn't say Shiny Alpha Froakie. We do gotta be serious. Ah, it has to be Shiny Alpha? Okay. I Shiny Hunt in a bad way, I need at least one chance. Fair enough. I like your channel logo, by the way, pretty neat. Yes, I like it a lot as well. And credit to that goes to Jordan Martin02 on Twitch. That's his username on Twitch anyway. And if you want to learn more about him and his work, you can go to I have a shout out panel on my Twitch channel, and it'll bring you to his Instagram if you're curious. He made my logo, he made my Twitch banner, and he also made some of the alerts. Oh, it's an alpha Froakie, but it's not shiny. Can't give you a bit or a sub. Are you affiliated? I am not. I don't think I am, actually. On YouTube? No, I don't think I am on YouTube either. On Twitch, I still need to get an average of 3 viewers on 4 different days. You have a donation link? I do not. So what we'll probably have to do is just kind of... We'll probably have to call off the payment side of the challenge until I get affiliated. But hey, let's continue the challenge though. We just don't have any stakes really. It's just kind of a challenge. Yeah, getting verified on YouTube is ridiculous. I'm nowhere near close to getting verified on YouTube yet. Sounds good, Pixel. Getting affiliated is awesome. You will love it. I think it'll be really fun. I'm kind of good at editing. Well, I can make it work, lol. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I think the editing side is probably my second favorite part of content creation so far. mean, I can't afford programs. I just use Blender because it's free. Yeah, I've been using Wondershare, Filmora Wondershare, but uh, I was introduced to a website of sorts, I guess. I'm not sure what exactly it is, called Kdenlive. That is also a free editing program. I've never heard of Blender. That's why I never did YouTube, only Twitch. That is fair. YouTube is the one I'm more familiar with, so it's the one I kind of defaulted to. And it's also where I could do more short form content, which is what I was doing for like 5 months. And then I decided that I wanted to start streaming. I'm not very good at Twitch. For some reason, it's never made much sense to me. That, and I want to keep my things after they've been streamed. That's where YouTube comes in handy for me. Like, Twitch has been getting a lot more viewer interaction. But YouTube is where I can actually confidently archive the streams. So that's cool. Blender is a 3D modeling software? No? I'm not sure. I've never heard of Blender. Yes, actually, apparently it is. Blender is the 3D animation software. It also has a video editing function. I mod for my friend on Twitch. I can do that. Can't really stream it myself. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that, though. That's cool in and of itself. I wish I was better at design work, which I am trying to learn, actually. Once you're affiliated on Twitch, you can register and download to stream. You can do short and other stuff as well. Ah, I see. I ban bots and stuff for your friend. Moderation is about as much as I can do on Twitch, and I do it for free. Yeah, that modding seems like a fun thing. Seems very important as well. Shorts are called clips. Yes, I did know that, actually. I can't imagine they would have taken out functions unless they were problematic since 2019. I know at the very least clips are still a thing. Kind of is important because it's a hassle to pause and deal with it. It does more than dealing with the bots. So you can play and be assured that chat is safe. Fair enough. Saying when I used to stream is painful, it makes you feel old. Yeah, that's fair. May I ask your age or an approximate? I'll just give it to you. I'm 20. I'm mostly on a quest to find new friends at the moment. That and just finding people to watch. Finding friends on the internet would be pretty cool. Especially ones that I could actually play with. Ouch, what do you mean ouch? Oh, you're so old? What do you mean? I'm sure it's fine. You're probably not as old as you think you are. 35? That's not old. You're fine. Also, Friar Frost, you should probably check um your permissions and everything. What do I play? Unfortunately, the only console I own at this exact moment is the Nintendo Switch 2. So, I can realistically only play Pokemon. But sometime in the future, I want to get a PC and or PlayStation. So once that happens, I'll be more of a variety streamer. It's a good game. Yeah, Pokemon is a good franchise for the most part. They definitely have their issues, but for the most part, they do pretty well. I have my Switch, and if you get a PC, we can play things on that too. Sounds good to me. I don't know how long it'll take to get a PC, especially because I kind of want to wait until I get a new place. Hey, I'm definitely down to be friends. Will you get Poco Pias? I don't think I've ever heard of that, if I'm being fully honest. What do you have to talk on? I default to Discord usually. I can. I can make a Discord group, probably. I would probably have to stop shiny hunting and figure out how to do that. But I can go ahead and make a Discord group for the channel. Also, you're welcome, Pixelly and Firefrost, I suppose. Both of you are now mods. Pixelly, or Pixel, sorry, is a mod on Twitch. Firefrost, you are a mod on YouTube. Still figuring out life. Didn't think I'd make it this far. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I don't know how much I still am figuring out. I think I'm pretty content so far. The only thing I want to change is where I live, and I want to get my own place. That's the only thing I really care about at this exact moment. Discord is a must when you get 10 plus usuals. Donation as well. Discord, I think, would be cool to have anyway. But donations, I can definitely see that being more of a use after I get 10 followers that usually show up. A server, that's simple enough. I can guide you through if you want. Although I was talking about friends in a general. No, yeah, we can definitely be friends in general, both of you. I didn't plan to make it past 16, so I don't have much idea of what to do right now. That is fair. That is very, very fair. Okay, check Froakie, no Froakie. Cool. That is fine, because I want to try to set up this Discord server. Come over in Canada, I will let you build a tiny house on my land. Comes with a Fogo and a hot tub. What is a Fogo? A Dogo. Oh, Doggo. Is that what you're saying? Doggo? Yeah, autocorrect seems like it's a cool thing. It's not. Autocorrect sucks. It's never helpful. What kind of dog? Husky Lab? Oh, that's a good dog. It's probably a pretty big dog too, isn't it? Kind of small, actually. Really? Okay. She must have a heart condition too. Must have been the ruby of the litter. Oh, okay. Alright, Discord server has been made. It is probably the most bare bones server, but I will fix that whenever I care to. The runt of the litter. Makes sense. Have any plans for the holidays? Not really. I'm not super big on holidays, if I'm being fully honest. Are you AFK? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the Discord stuff right now. Trying to find the shareable link. Good, more resets for me. Oh, I forgot. Still a friendly challenge, yes, but it's a challenge, so I need to win. Or I want to win. I guess I don't need to, but I want to. Okay, try that link. If that doesn't take you to the Discord server, then I will probably need some help finding the shareable link again. Sorry, I think I was muted. Firefrost, I'm gonna need some help. The link did not work. Awesome, cool. Firefrost is on it, and we'll get it fixed soon, probably. I think this is the website link, maybe. The link does not do a direct invite. Oh. Okay, so try the one that Firefrost did, I guess. Hey, it worked. Awesome. That's a neat looking Gengar and shiny Bellsprout. Oh, I sent the website URL. Got it. You drew that today? It looks great. See, that right there is what I want to learn how to do. I need to learn how to draw better. Eight years in fine art? That's crazy. I think I had 2 years of art classes max, and I was not a fan of either. Get good, yeah, okay. The problem I have with art is I'll have something in my head. I mean, maybe this is something that every artist kind of goes through, but I'll have something in my head and I'll try to draw it, and then it just won't come out anywhere near how it looked in my head. And it's very frustrating. That is what gets me. I also started drawing semi-pro at 3 years old. That's a lucky break. Honestly, let's see, drew that a few weeks ago. That looks pretty decent, honestly. That's probably better than what I could have done, Firefrost. Your mom started you early? I feel like my parents also tried to get me on an artist train early, and it just didn't work out for some reason, and I can't remember why that would have happened. Froakie. I just draw when I feel like I can. Human bodies are the bane of my existence. Do you do light study? Are you asking me or Firefrost? Because if you're asking me, then I couldn't even tell you what light study is. Firefrost, cool. helps a lot understanding volume. You take a normal object and just draw the light by looking at it on a different light. Ah. I don't know what that is at all, lol. I just hope and pray with my stuff. Hey, sometimes that works, though. But light study definitely seems like it would be a great first step. That's probably something that I'll mess with. Start easy with a cube, then more complex like a chair, then soft stuff, then different material. Wood, metal, cloth. Oh, okay. Then hair. Hair seems like it'll be a crazy one. Like, hair seems like it's one of those things where it's easy to learn, hard to master kind of thing. I'm not super into drawing. I only really use it to draw book covers. Fair enough. Well then. The Shiny Alpha Ampharos is back. Is there anything else in here? Is that Bill? Is this guy not in range? I feel like maybe he's just not in range or something. Yeah, I'm a bit autistic. I can get very engrossed by a topic. Hey, that's... I wouldn't call that autism. I'd call that, like, passion. And that's hard to find for some people. Honestly, I could see that being a comic book cover. Oh, the Bellsprout, the Alpha Bellsprout isn't in range. Interesting. Yeah, but I have other traits. Fair enough. $20,000 words of a thesis about Pokemon equals I do the same. Could be. I mean, it's a passion. Probably, right? Drawing the same thing 10 times to make sure it's consistently replicated seems like it's a great exercise, actually. His comics are all about replicating features constantly. That is true. It wasn't what you intended, it just looked that way. Other than that, I just make PNGs of the character. It's fair enough. Definitely doesn't have a whole series of lore that I envision turning it into an animated series. Definitely not. Yeah, sure. Definitely not. To be fair though, we all had those. I mean I definitely did. I made stories in my head. Sometimes I wrote them down. Other times they just kind of circulated. I don't know. Never wrote a comic about it, then quit after 12th page. Yeah, I've definitely never done that either. I would never. Definitely not. I never wrote and drew an entire book and decided to scrap it after it didn't look the way I wanted it to. I've never done that before either. That sounds like something a crazy person would do, honestly. So definitely not me. I still do constantly, like it never stops. Yeah, I daydream a lot. Story fully written, just much drawing. Yeah, I yeah, I would have an entire story in my head. And yes, I still even do. I'll have a whole daydream about something that I could make into like an animated series or something if I really tried to. But I just don't have the skill set right now. Yeah, only crazy people would finish hand drawing their comic. Which is why I never did it. Obviously, clearly, definitely. I can't seem to not think of 1,000 stories I want to tell. Yeah, it's why it's so crazy to me that some people don't have an internal monologue or even just aphantasia. I could not imagine having aphantasia and not having an internal monologue. That sounds so weird to me. Like, not weird in a bad way. Like, I'm not gonna go up to someone with aphantasia and call them weird. It's, I guess the word I should use is interesting. It's just so interesting to me. Oh, Froakie, I see you being big. Just be alpha next time, please. That's what I want. Why was that sparkle so loud? Oh, because there's another shiny alpha there. Fair enough. I have a very specific archetype. I write a lot of family dynamics, specifically one that's designed to break your heart. Hey, but those are the ones that get a lot of attention. People, as much as people kind of complain about them after a while, people love things that make them emotional. Yeah, horror and drama. I love horror movies. Drama I never really cared for, but I know other people do. I did not draw a comic, I swear. I will believe it until proven wrong. But what I will say is the comic at least looks good. And I could actually see that being an actual comic. So it's a real shame that you didn't draw that one, because I feel like it could have gone somewhere. Yeah, it could have, but it was so much. That's fair. I wrote a play once. What was it about? It was not very good, and I'm revising it at the moment, but the concept was fun. I want to know what the concept was. We definitely have a common vibe here. Yeah, I would say so as well. Oh dear lord, how to explain the play? Ooh, okay. Now I'm even more interested. It's sort of fantasy, the idea of being the usual nobility and stuff, but with a twist. Okay, okay. And the twist is? Protagonist is Earl Louise Cardin. That's 11th, right? I'm bad with Roman numerals. Or is that 11th or ninth? I think that's ninth. His younger brothers are Marcus the 12th and Thomas the ninth. And he has a sort of magic power that he can never be lied to. Ooh. Okay. Luis's brother was murdered 4 years before the play happened, and guilt means his power doesn't work. And he's trying to figure out who killed his elder brother. Oh, okay. Why is Marcus such a line name amongst writers? Marcus is a decently common name, I would say. But the story essentially has a neighboring princess come to marry the king, Frederick VI. Frederick says no because he knows how he'll die, and betrothed her to his brother Orion. I made this years ago, so I don't know. The Cardins are sort of French inspired. Oh, okay. Anyways, Frederick is found dead in the basement of Count Montgomery the second's basement, except Montgomery, despite kidnapping the king, was on his way back to the castle at the time of the murder, so it's not Montgomery. Oh, okay, okay. What is the meaning behind the family name? Because French have meaning in all the time. The idea was the naming conventions and colors would indicate which family one character belonged to make it easier to distinguish them. Gotcha. That's neat. Their last name came before I named them. To my knowledge, it means nothing. Okay. Anywho, Montgomery is still arrested on suspicion of murdering Louis' elder brother, Marlin the Sixth. Or no, that's fourth. I'm dumb. Okay. The whole play is spent trying to discover who killed Frederick, whilst Orion is KIA, and the monster Prince Damien, perceived as a monster but not actually, takes the throne. Damien married Francesca and is then framed for the murder of Frederick. Francesca, the princess from before, is now queen and exiles Damien to the wastelands, escorted by personal guard Kazka. That is where the play ends. Oh, okay. That's cool. You got to keep working on that, because that sounds super interesting. Yes, there is a sequel. I planned 8 plays, though I don't know why I did that. Sounds cool enough for 8 plays to me. Definitely keep on working on that. Speaking of working, I will probably just keep on doing resets for the next, say, 20 minutes or so. Unless I happen to hear multiple alphapokemon cries. And then I will check for Shiny Froakie and I will do an all-around giant check. One more time and then I'll probably end stream. Creative Mind is awesome. Don't worry about it. Yeah, seriously. That place sounds really cool. Yeah, the stream will end in about 30 minutes, give or take. Two of those plays are actually prequels focusing on characters. Ooh. Whenever I get the Pikachu, I will send proof on Discord. Sounds good. Count Montgomery II, who turned out far more morally complex than intended, and his half-brother Sebastian VI. Okay, okay. What time is it for y'all? It is 6:34 for me. PM. For you, it's 8:35 p.m. Okay. 1:35 a.m. for you, Friar Frost? Yeah, that is kind of crazy. You don't sleep, you just absorb energy from the universe. Okay, okay. What is the shadow? A movie and a TV show. Oh, okay. Neither have I. It's a must watch? Okay, okay. Get educated on good TV. Hey, I got some good taste, I like to think. And I know some old ones. It's not even that old. I mean, I've never heard of it. But I will say that I'm also not a huge movie buff. So a lot of movies I just don't know. I watch whatever my granddad watches, which is mostly Doctor Who. 29.19 for the TV series. $20.19 for the TV series. Got it, got it. For being a French speaker, your English is decent enough. Yeah. It's good enough for us to understand for the most part. My big finger and my autocorrect would cooperate. It would be perfect then. Yeah, autocorrect never usually works out well. For me either. Autocorrect usually does more damage than anything else. English is my only language, and half the time I speak it poorly. Yeah, English is also my first language, and English is also just a very poorly constructed language in the first place. Okay, chat, I'm gonna be right back. I need to go pick up my food real quick. I would just end stream right now and then go eat, but it's a little urgent, I guess. And I also want to do a big check before I end stream. So let me go pick up my food real quick. Alright. I'm gonna do 7 more resets. And then we will end stream. By the way, will you be going to sleep after stream ends? I'll be waiting for an hour or two. Just kind of chill out and simmer down. But yeah, pretty much. I won't be doing anything else after stream, that's for sure. Oh boy, I'm getting some frame drops. It's a good thing I'm almost done. Alright, big check time. We got the Ampharos, Flaffy, Alpha Barbaracle, no Froakie, which is not okay. Got the Phalanx again. Let's see. One Phalanx. Where's the gate? I lost the gate. Oh, there's one. And then in 5, we've got the Bellsprout, a Bunnelby, another Bellsprout. Venipede. Another Pidgeotto over there. What about another Doggo? Is there another Doggo down there? Thinking probably not. There's not. Alright then. That is what we have to look forward to next stream. So, I guess I will see you guys in the next stream.